we go.
That's a fucking healthy pour. Thank you, sir. I'm ready.
Time to get back into it. Jeez.
Time to lock in, son. Time to lock in.
Problem and clock started.
Uh-huh. Beep.
Beep. Yeah, fucking auditorial. Listen, motherfuckers.
A little ASMR for you.
Hey. Welcome back, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey,
Twice in 1 week.
Man, like I'm back, man. I told you, man, I'm good.
Just like old times. It
Yeah.
looks a little different in here, but
Looks a little different. I got to hang out with my buddy all day today.
yeah, dude, that's been a hot minute.
Yeah, dude. Since we spent like real time, dude, it's been a minute. Mm-hmm. It got far away from me. It was far, yeah.
But it's funny how the conversation picked up almost right where it left off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, dude. Like, nothing changed. Like, so I have the same thing with a lot of my friends is, like, you could go a period of time without seeing each other, but it's like no time passed.
Right.
And it's like that with you.
Yeah.
So, you want to draw a question first?
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Try to
get
tell
into
them what
it.
we're talking about. This one's going to be a little controversial today.
Yeah, this one's going to be fun. Oh.
That's a big one.
It is. What is the most overrated brand? And this is a question from Miss Teresa Collins.
Oh, hello, Teresa.
Yeah, the wife's going to have dinner with her. I'll have to let her know to have tell
Teresa
Teresa we pulled her question. Yeah,
The most overrated brand.
that's hard because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, so anything that costs a ton of money for something cheap. So I'm going to go with anything that a celebrity makes. What is the youngest Kardashian has a makeup line?
Kylie
Kylie has
the
a makeup
billionaire,
line.
quote unquote
Yeah,
billionaire.
Yeah, her shit's overrated.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it's called. I don't really care. I don't dabble. But if you put something on the internet for your audience's children, if you put something on the internet for children to buy and it's sold out within minutes, your brand is overrated.
oh 100%.
So I'm going with Kylie Jenner's bullshit.
There's a lot out there. I would say for my industry, Hilti makes a really good tool. Nothing against Hilti, but you know, Milwaukee makes good tools, and so does Makita, and they are a fraction of the price of Hilti and Snap-on.
You have a lot of options when it comes to tools.
Right, and what Hilti has done, though, is if you want to use Hilti epoxy, you are supposed to, if you read the manufacturer's instructions, you are supposed to use a Hilti drill to drill the hole. And Hilti has all this proprietary stuff because we're really concerned with silicosis, you know, breathing in concrete dust.
Right.
So a Hilti makes these cool drill bits that have a hole in them, and the center of the drill bit is hollow, and it's hooked up to a vacuum. So as you're drilling, it's vacuuming through the drill bit. So it contain. But Milwaukee or DeWalt makes the same type of thing, but only Hilti stuff is compatible with Hilti stuff, and it's just a very proprietary system. So you got to use the Hilti vacuum, you got to use the Hilti anchor, you got to use the Hilti epoxy, and they are very proud of their product.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy when you start talking, when you look at it that way, like for job sites and stuff. So there's competition in the market, right?
Yeah.
And you get reps that come around like everybody else. All of them have reps, and they all sell their shit and blah, 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 blah. But to put in their instructions, it's almost like if it fails, it's your fault because you didn't do all the things that we said for Hilti. Like, it's on you.
Yep.
Like, oh, you voided our warranty.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
And they will say that, like, if the product fails, well, did you use this? Did you drill it with something else and use Hilti epoxy? Well, technically, per the manufacturer's installation instructions, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, not that our product failed.
Yep.
You failed as a person.
Yep. Our shit's great. You suck.
Yeah, our shit works, motherfucker. If you're out there listening and Hilti is your go-to, sorry for your luck. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So you want to know what we're talking about today?
I do.
Oh man, it says should men still get married? And this is going to be brutally honest because I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it, and they're going to be controversial.
Sure.
So let's get into it. So I'm just going to tell you right away: should men still get married? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, and I don't think this should be centered around just men. I don't think a lot of people should get married.
So a lot of people get married like they have kids, right? Like it's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
This will fix our problems.
Yeah.
And it fucking doesn't.
Is the divorce rate still 50%?
It's got to be. It's got to be high.
I mean, because we know a couple of our friend couples
Yeah.
have started to get divorced. So Kendra and I, when we got married, we went to 9 weddings in that year, and I think we're at least 3. So we're at least 33% of the weddings that we
you
went
personally
to
were in, yeah.
personally in that year. They've gotten divorced.
You know, and people who I thought had strong relationships are now divorced.
Oh, dude, there were some people that we know that we looked at like, no way. No,
Right.
they're fucking. So you look at some couples like, who are we going to hang out with for a long time?
Right.
And the ones that are stable, you're like, they're good. They'll be good forever. Now you're like, oh shit, they got
Yeah.
divorced. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah. And it's funny, like, David, I'm going to just put him out on blast. David Castro, man, he told me, never in a million years did I think I'd be divorced before you.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And I was like, yeah, dude, same. I was like, that's fucked up, bro. And he goes, no, like, he's known Katie 20 plus years. They were best friends. Like, they had such a good foundation that they built their relationship on, that he was like, never in a million years. And I thought for sure those two motherfuckers would die together.
Yeah.
No question. Mm-hmm. So as men, you know, so the way traditional, right? So let's say traditional. You're supposed to be the provider and the taker care of and the this and the that. And in the case of our friend David, he got the bad end of that deal,
Right.
right? Because she moved on, right? And he was in the mindset of we're building this life together. They had properties, they had land, they were set up. I mean, like as far as all the things that you could do together to make yourself successful for the long run, they fucking did it.
Yeah.
They were a power couple. They had their shit together. He didn't see it coming. I sure didn't fucking see it coming. But it can happen to anybody.
Oh yeah.
Whether your relationship's strong or not, or there's a lot of factors that fall into place when you think about staying with somebody forever.
Yeah.
And marriage is fucking hard, and it's you can't just fucking, if you get married, you can't just pick up and leave, right? Like there's a process.
Right.
And sorry to say this, but men, in California especially, if you get married, you just gave up half your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, no question. She leaves, she's taking half your shit.
Yeah, it's common property law.
Yeah.
Common property state, excuse
Yeah.
me.
So does it benefit men? Not necessarily. I mean, like, maybe if you fucking marry a sugar mama,
Yeah.
like if she's got her shit together, you know, or whatever. I mean, whatever the case, right? So for me, it works out well for me the way that I run my life.
Sure.
But I'm the provider, and JJ pays all of our bills and does all of our things, and that works for me. But if JJ left me tomorrow, she's entitled to half my shit.
Yeah.
Like half of it, all of it. Like fucking divorce is a fucking problem. So,
Right.
And everybody goes into it with their person thinking like, oh, this is gonna be forever. I love you so much. It's not realistic.
I agree. I don't think marriage is for everyone.
Absolutely not.
There's a lot of people that I know that they're like, oh, I'm getting married, and I want to look at them and be like, why?
Right.
And it's not, it's nothing against them or their choice of mate. It's just, I know them personally, and it's just don't do it. It's not going to end well,
Yeah.
and you're going to owe them
Yeah.
a certain amount of
And-
whatever you owe. And if you have children,
Oh yeah.
you know,
child
your children
support,
don't
yeah.
ask to be brought into this world, and it's not fair to kids to get a divorce because you guys brought them into the situation that you weren't even doing a good job of keeping up and maintaining.
Right.
So there are some people that I just look at and I'm like, no, just let it be. It's okay.
And if your relationship, if your dating relationship is rocky, your married relationship is going to be worse because now you're tied together.
Yeah.
Like you are bound to this fucking person
legally.
Your debt is my debt. Your problems are my problems. If you dig a fucking hole, I'm fucking getting buried in it. Like,
right.
It is. You guys are now. Every fucking decision that you make is for the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for everybody.
No, and we know some people that are on second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
Like, if the third one doesn't work out, you are a serial bachelor from now on.
Oh, 100%.
So just don't try.
So this is the longest relationship I've ever been in. I've been with JJ for 12 years. February will be 7 years married. But I was married before.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried this young and dumb, right? So like early 20s, you think you got the world by the balls. So if you're young and in your early 20s and you think you want to make your girlfriend your wife because you can't live without her and all this stupid shit that you tell yourself, I should have never got married the first time.
So you fell into the same trap that a lot of service personnel do.
Oh, 100%.
And they are dating somebody, they go to boot camp, they hear like, oh, if you're married, you get more pay. There's a lot more incentives that you get, but also if there's a threat that you're going to be shipped overseas or you're going to war, a lot of people get married to have that anchor back in the States, have something there, and you probably fell into that same trap.
So I got married. What it was is I was coming up on orders to Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, you can't bring your fucking girlfriend to live here, but your wife can come.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'm in love, and I this, and I'm that, and I'm fucking stupid. That time around was the worst decision I've ever made.
Right.
This time around, better decision, better place in life, but it's not easy. Like, relationships are hard, man, and if you don't have the patience to work at it, it's never going to work.
No, Kendra and I, in April, 3 months, a little less than 3 months, have been married for 17 years, together for 18.
Yeah.
But it's been a
your marriage. Your marriage is quick.
we got married fucking fast. But it's not been complete smooth sailing the whole time. For as well as Kendra and I knew each other, we never lived with each other. We weren't in a romantic relationship when we were friends.
Right.
And now all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh, you're in my space. This is how you do stuff. This is how you fold your socks.
Yeah.
You all this weird stuff starts to come out. But you make a good point. Either you work at it and you learn what to do with everybody's idiosyncrasies. Right. And a lot of them, it's just going, okay, you do it that way. I don't, whatever. Yeah. And you get over it and move on and don't argue about the stupid little shit. But you have to constantly keep maintaining it. It takes maintenance. It's like anything else. Your car, your house, anything like.
Yeah, you got to put oil in this motherfucker or it will blow up. Like.
Right.
And so, JJ was previously married too. And we talked early on like, hey, we'll never get married again. We both agreed.
Yeah.
I'll never get married again. I never want to do this. I didn't want kids. Me given the opportunity, it happened and I'm glad that it did. But I was, early 20, mid-20s when I met JJ. And I had told myself, like, by 25, if I don't have kids, I'm not going to have them. I was kind of like there. But I liked her. We were cool. We hung out all the time. But never did I think that I would be here back then.
Right.
Because I was very like, I don't want to get married. It sucked. It like my whole first marriage was a lot of downs. But I was gone all the time in the military. She was my girlfriend. We'd hang out on the weekends or whenever I could see her. Now we live together. I've always had my girlfriends around to see, like, I'm not going to do my own laundry and I don't always clean up after myself. Like, I'm a mess, man. I am work. It is work to be with me, hands down. And I know that about me. And I introduced them to that. But if I had not dated girls before I married them or moved in with them or whatever, they'd run for the fucking hills living with me because you clean. You're a neat guy. You like your shit tidy. I'm not. Like I've just never been that way.
Right.
And I think had I dropped this shit on JJ, she would have ran for the hills.
Yeah.
But she, I mean, like, pretty quickly when we started dating, we were spending a lot of time together. She was spending the night at my house pretty fucking often, and I was couch surfing, man. I was fucking living here, living there. I mean, like, wherever I was, you know, JJ would come to be with me. But that was the start of our relationship, right? So we built a solid foundation where I didn't get to surprise her with any of my weird quirks. But, like, at first, man, I was, like, pushing the toothpaste up from the bottom of the tube so she didn't think I was a slob, and she was like, I saw your fucking room. Like, you doing the toothpaste thing doesn't fucking matter to me. But I thought, like, okay, you know, like, I got to try to be this presentable guy, and guys, go into it who you are.
Oh, yeah, don't hide. It's all going to come out. When you start to relax and let your guard down, it's all going to come out. And by the way, your partner's stuff is going to come out.
Yes.
Like Kendra and I, when Kendra and I got married, we didn't live together before we got married.
Yeah.
And we got married, we were poor, which is good because you kind of get into this like rough situation. Kendra had a condo. I showed up with clothes and some other stuff and moved in. And then I remember she kept saying, I'm not used to this. I live alone. I've lived alone for a while, and now I have you here, and I don't like you.
Yeah. Why is your shit in my closet?
Well, we just got married, so so we have to figure it out. Yeah. And we had a lot of fights our first year and a half of marriage.
Yeah.
There were a lot of fights because you're just learning each other's boundaries. You're both used to doing your own thing, your own way. And I was 27, she was 25, almost 26 when we got married. So you're past that, going out to bars and doing that kind of stuff. You're more serious about your career, and you're kind of starting to get locked into your swim lane there. And then all of a sudden there's somebody else in it, and you're kind of like, oh, and I invited you here. Right. So cool.
And you're here to stay. Like,
and you're here forever.
You know, I think the best thing for relationships, and guys, if you're out there listening, and girls too, if you're out there listening, if you build together, that's your most solid foundation. If you both struggle, if you both know the same, because JJ used to bring me Little Caesars pizzas, and that was the biggest deal to me because I didn't have any money. Like, bro, like I had no fucking money.
Right.
And we struggled together, man, and that I think was our foundation. And those are the kinds of things that you have to remember at the end of the day when you're having a fight. Like, when you were at your low, who was there for you?
Right.
Your fucking person was there for you. You guys had no money together, and we all built empires, too. We are sitting on a foundation built from shit and just a fucking empire. We are doing a lot better than 20-year-old us, you know? Like, and that's what I didn't have in my first relationship. I mean, like, we didn't build shit. We struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled and bickered and bitched and fought and then resented each other. I mean, like, that's what it came down to, man, the resentment. And early 20s, you don't know shit about shit.
No.
You don't have a fucking clue.
No. You think you do. That's the problem.
You think you got the world figured out. and you don't, because you haven't struggled yet. Like real struggle, right? Like, and there's kids out there who have their shit together and, you know, have an apartment or whatever, and they're doing their life and blah 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 blah. When you own $1 million worth of shit, then you fucking made it. But living in an apartment and going to work every day and doing the same thing in and out and bar hopping and doing the thing and online dating and serial dating and doing all these things, you're not there.
No.
You're finding out what the beginning stages of this is, and that's where you are. So don't jump into marriage, because it's not for everybody, man. It's a contract. It is a fucking legally binding contract that is meant to mean something.
Yes. And if you are a person that feels like you don't ever want to get married, but you're in a relationship. So my father-in-law passed away. My mother-in-law started dating this guy, Mike. They've been dating for, a long time. 5 years, probably 5 years solid.
Mm-hmm.
And he has proposed to her 25 times.
Yeah.
And now it's a joke. It was a joke after the second time because she told him when they started dating, I will never marry you. I've been married once. I was married for a long time.
Yeah.
My husband passed away, and she said, frankly, I just don't want to be married again.
Yeah.
And she loves him. I love you.
Yeah, you're my person.
We're together. You're my person, but I'm not going to marry you.
You know, and a lot of girls will put those stipulations on guys like, well, if we don't get married, why are we dating?
Yes.
I love you. That's why we're together. Like, and if that piece of paper means that much to you, why? Like, what's behind that fucking necessity to get married?
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do with societal
Pressures
and your parents. You know, our parents' generation.
Yeah.
You got married. You stayed married.
Yeah, you didn't have a fucking choice.
Yeah, that's what you did, and so they still pass that down to you. And it's the same thing like with having kids. If you don't want kids, don't have kids.
Don't get pressured into it.
Children and marriages are huge commitments.
Yeah.
You know, children are a blessing. I love my girls, but it is a lifelong commitment, and it's like any other relationship, takes a lot of maintenance, all that kind of stuff. But marriage, the same way. And Kendra and I have laughed a bunch. We've seen couples, and they're in a bad situation, but they don't have kids. And if one of them talks to us, Kendra will straight up tell her girlfriend, don't get pregnant.
Yeah.
A child will not fix this. You brought that up earlier.
It's not a
People
Band-Aid.
think, oh, we'll get married. Okay. That'll help save us. And then you realize it's just as bad as it was before. So now you go, okay.
Worse.
Yeah. And you go, okay, well, let's have a kid. That'll help. Nope.
No, the stress that comes from the first couple of years of having a kid, you will want to kill your partner. You will be like, you get up with the fucking kid.
Oh, yeah.
It can get bad because it's no sleep does something to you, and it's fucking frustrating. Having a baby is fucking frustrating.
One of my superintendents, his wife had twins.
Nope. Give
And
one
they're 7 months old. And he
still
said,
rough. That's still fucking tough times.
But he goes, dude, one of them will sleep. One baby will sleep the whole night through. The other one's up every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And he has a boy and a girl. And he goes, sometimes it's my son. Sometimes it's my daughter. He said a night where both of them simultaneously sleep through the whole night. We get a whole full night of sleep is great. He goes, I haven't slept in 7 months. And I said, you won't for another few.
Couple, yeah.
If you're lucky, if your kids are good and sleep trained, and then outside of that, the other stuff that comes along with it, God forbid when your kids get sick.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with a very serious disease and
all
all that kind of stuff. But then your kids are sick all the fucking time. They're
you go put them in
Petri
little
dishes.
Bigger little booger eaters, and then everybody's fucking sick.
Yeah, but it's time away from work and all this, and nobody thinks about that when you're getting married and then starting a family. Is it's going to be all of this work on the back end.
So, and here's something to think about too. So, if you and your partner both have jobs, one of you now has to fucking quit, because if you're not making hundreds of $1,000s a year, you're going to work to pay for child care.
I talked to a friend of mine. He has two kids under 5, and he's paying $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month for daycare.
You're going to work to pay for that. You might as well sit somebody at home. And for me, it worked out because JJ fucking is the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. But she knew what to do with kids. She had kids. She knew what to do. She was doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. Like, if Hunter was like trying to chew food or whatever, wasn't breathing, she'd just blow in his face. He'd take a breath. I'm like, that's something they don't fucking teach you.
No.
That is a fucking mom skill right there.
Yeah.
But we looked at it like, yeah, you could go to work, but you're literally just going to be working to pay for daycare. And she ran her business and she did all her things at home. But if we both had an office job, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, I can't, Kendra has always worked, and I can't imagine how much money we have spent on childcare.
Oh, God. Bro, like fucking outrageous amount.
And people used to ask, oh, are you putting money away for their college fund? And, COVID hit in 2020.
Right.
And I think we were paying $2,000 a month. And we told them, we're just trying to pay for school right now.
Yeah.
Aftercare programs and daycare and this kind of stuff and the logistics of getting them where they need to go and all that. So if you compound all that on top of a marriage that's failing, I can't imagine.
Well, the two biggest fights that they say you have in a marriage is money and sex.
Yep.
Right? And if you're working to put kids through daycare, you're not making any money, and if you're at each other's throats because you're frustrated, you're not having sex. All you're going to do is fight. Yeah. That's it. You're going to argue all day.
Yeah, and then it compounds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, and it turns into resentment.
Yeah.
You resent this person. You put me in this situation. You made me do this.
Yeah.
It is not good for a relationship. So if you are not mentally strong enough, and even as good a foundation as I thought I had, we fought about shit because she's frustrated. She's fucking mad all the time. I'm frustrated. I'm mad all the fucking time. Thank God Hunter slept. Hunter slept really good. Hunter, 12 hours. That motherfucker would sleep. But JJ knew what to do, and JJ would get up with him because I had to go to work, and JJ would be like, I got it. You go fucking make the money. I'll run the house. And that's been our agreement ever since. But I couldn't do this shit by myself.
Right. But there are some people, too, I think another good part of advice is when you get into a marriage, if marriage is what you want to do, is talk about that. Are we assuming traditional husband and wife roles where you're a stay-at-home mom and you're a homemaker, as they say, and I'm the one that's out there, I'm the breadwinner and doing this? Are we both working?
Yeah. Is
this
toxic masculinity?
Yeah. Are you, talking from a man's perspective, are you the woman? Are you the breadwinner? Are you making more money? Am I gonna stay at home?
Yeah.
These are a lot of things that you need to think about. People get in love and they get in that honeymoon phase and everything's great and wonderful and no one thinks this needs to last. Kendra's grandparents, her grandma's 99, grandpa's 100 plus. I think they've been married for 77 years,
that's forever.
My parents have been married for 46. I think this year's
forever.
40. So think about that. You are going to be with this person for 47 years.
Yeah.
Can you put up with this person for that long? Some people.
It's goods and bads.
Oh yeah.
And it's and goods come and bads come that you have to handle as a couple, because you can't look at shit yourself anymore. If you can't make the mortgage, you both can't make the fucking mortgage. If you fucking if you got a gambling problem and you spend all your fucking money gambling, it's not just you. It's the both of you and your fucking kids. And so there's a lot of things that need to be considered.
Yeah, well, Kendra and I have always had a shared bank account. Mm-hmm. When we got married, everything is together as one. We can all see what we're doing all the time. So you make a good point. We both work. If we can't pay the mortgage, it's not my fault.
No.
It's not her fault. It's our fault.
Yeah.
And that's a big learning step in a marriage is going from that when you're single.
Yeah.
If I can't pay for my apartment, it's my fault.
Yeah.
If I can't do this, it's my fault. And if you do something to me, it's your fault.
Right.
So when you get married, you have to get over that.
Yeah,
for not everything, but most of it it's our faults.
Yeah.
And you both have to agree on that.
And that was a big learning curve too, man. And you're two people with two different belief systems and two different ideas and thoughts on life. And now you have to coexist.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to do, because by the time that you get married, right, you're supposed to have a pretty good handle on life and how you're going to do things and where you want to go, your trajectory, right? You've got goals. You want to be there. Kids are definitely fucking bumps in the road, man. It'll fucking throw you off course. Realistically, if you don't have a good support system around you too, you're kind of fucked, because I can't tell you how many times grandparents would fucking help.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have that, we've got friends whose parents live in different states and shit. If you don't have date nights anymore.
Nope.
You can't go out and have fun.
Nope.
You can't do your normal thing. You can't just go shopping. Everything now is a fucking chore. And that takes a toll on people. To not be able to go out to dinners. Somebody told us, and it was funny because we were like, why the fuck would we do that? But they said, go watch a movie in a movie theater because this will be the last time you do it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't been back. I haven't been back to watch a movie I wanted to watch since Hunter was born.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the things you take for granted are now gone.
Yeah. And it's so when Ella turned 13, she had a phone.
Yeah.
We had cameras on the house, fire sprinklers, the whole 9 yards. So that's when Kendra and I went, okay, we don't have to get a babysitter anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's the other wrinkle in it,
Yeah.
is if you want date night, now you got to get a babysitter, you got this. So we gained some of that freedom back,
Yeah.
which is nice.
It only took you 13 years.
But it only took 13 years. But before that, too, if you want to find a babysitter, in the modern day as a parent, everyone's so concerned about, child molesters and bad people, and rightfully so.
Yeah, 100%.
But you still have to maintenance your marriage.
Right.
So you still have to go out and do date nights. You have to go do this stuff. You have to find somebody that you trust, or get your children to an age where you trust that they're not going to burn the place down. And you have to just add that other difficulty factor into a relationship that hopefully is going well by the time you get to that point.
Yeah, and what a lot of people forget too is that you do have to nurture your relationship, because you will get stagnant in a relationship, and then you'll have a roommate.
Yeah.
And then you'll fight about that. Like, you guys got to realize you have to be mentally strong as a couple to make it. I mean, like, this isn't fucking easy.
Yeah, the best advice that I think I've gotten was from the guy that married Kendra and I, and he said you have to grow together.
Yeah.
Because right now you guys are starting out, and we were our early 20s. Like we said, we were poor. We were still kind of naive and dumb and thought we had the world by the short and curlies. Mm-hmm. And he said, look, your trajectory is going up, but you guys need to remember to grow together.
Right.
And that is celebrate each other's wins and but mourn each other's losses, pick each other up when you're failing. But also, if you start to become more successful, don't forget your person.
Right.
Don't leave them behind. They don't live in your shadow. They're your equal.
Right.
And I think that's where something starts getting weird, is if you start getting a husband and a wife, especially if a husband's used to being the breadwinner and the wife starts to become more successful and matches or surpasses, you get some people that start to harbor resentment for that.
Right. Which, guys, that is a great thing. That is not a bad thing.
No.
And in the terms of divorce, now she's got to pay you.
Yeah.
she makes more. You're getting alimony, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you get a number of women too. Like my mother-in-law got very, I don't know what the best term is, not remorseful necessarily, but after my father-in-law passed away, she would look back at her life and she said, I was always a housewife. I was always a homemaker. Right. And I am lacking definition in my life. What defines me? What have I done? What impact have I made? I've never really had like a career. She had jobs and stuff, but she's never had like a career. And she's had that conversation with my wife a number of times about, we were taken care of and I ran a household, but once you girls hit high school, I kind of didn't have to do anything. And even younger than that at times, you lose your identity because you live your life for your kids, and then they grow up and become adults and leave, and then you have this resentment.
Yeah.
Of, well, I always stayed at home. I think you get a lot of women that think that, well, I stayed at home. I have no identity. I couldn't do anything, and you are out there making a career and doing all this stuff and meeting all these people, and I'm just here at home with the kids, and that's another layer of resentment that gets built.
So I'm in sales, and I do a lot, right? So I'm always at a dinner, out of this, out of that, at an event, and I try to take JJ to everything. Mm-hmm. Because I don't, she is the homemaker.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to be the one out having a good time partying and have that perception of my life that she's like, well, I'm sitting at home and I don't get to go have fun. And I'm here. Like, I want to do stuff too. And not that she's like that, but I made it a point up front to include her in all that shit.
Uh-huh.
Because I never wanted her to look at it like I'm out having all this fun.
Yeah.
So I've always been like, hey, we've got a company dinner tonight, or we've got a party, or we're going to go do something. And in sales, it works out well for me because JJ is very personable and she talks to the wives. Mm-hmm. And that's how we get strong relationships like this. Like, our wives are like fucking, they call each other sister wives. Like, they're fucking best of friends. So that works out for us where we can come and do this kind of shit. And I don't get fucking questioned about, well, you've been at Jack's house for 2 hours. What are you doing? Like, working. You know what we're doing.
Yeah.
like, oh, we're just over here getting shit faced. We're hanging out. So, to kind of wrap this up for you guys, I don't think marriage is for everybody.
I agree 100%. But like everything else, kids aren't for everybody. College isn't for everybody. There's a whole lot of this world that can function without a lot of stuff that are societal norms.
Right.
Right? Because you hear that you're a 28-year-old man.
Yeah.
Oh, when are you settling down?
Yes.
When are you finding a girl to settle down with?
Yeah, when you start a family.
Yeah, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so don't let anybody bully you into anything, all right?
No.
Don't do a big fucking wedding. It's a party for everybody else. It's a waste of your money. Put that down towards a fucking house.
Oh, yeah. Take your guest list and cut it in half.
Oh, for sure.
At least.
Yeah, your second cousin that you've seen 12 times, fuck them. They don't need to come.
No, and all your coworkers that you feel guilty about, well, if I don't invite Jarrett, then Tom's going to get mad, and if Tom doesn't come, then fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
Yeah.
You know why? Because in 10 years, you might not be at that company. They might not be at that company. In this fucking day and age, man, it's rare for somebody to stay at a company as long as you, right? Like there's a handful, but not everybody. I mean, especially young kids, right? Young kids move a lot. They chase $1.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't leave McCarthy personally if I worked there, but your guys' ESOP is great. And if you're looking for a job, hit up Jack. McCarthy's the place to be.
If you do construction, I can maybe help you out.
Yeah, just hit up Jack because there's worse companies to be at than McCarthy, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, if you guys are out there getting pressured into, like, how come we're not married? Why haven't you started a family? It's your fucking life. Live your fucking life and do what's best for you, not everybody else. Because you can't live for everybody else. They have their own fucking lives.
Yeah, and stand up for yourself in a relationship. And this goes for men and women alike.
Yeah, both ways.
Stand up for yourself in your relationship. If you're always quiet and letting this other person kind of bulldoze you, they are going to think that that's just what...
That's normal. This
is normal. This is what we do? Okay.
That is now your relationship. You are going to get bullied into everything.
Yeah, and you allowed it to happen.
Yeah. So stick up for yourselves, man. Be strong. Both sides, man. Like, speak up. Because if you let other people take advantage of you, they are not going to stop. Mm-hmm. Do I think everybody should get married? No. Do I think some people should? Fucking to each his own.
Yeah.
If my marriage doesn't work out, I'll never do this again.
Oh, I've told Kendra too. You're my one and done.
Yeah, no.
If it were to stop tomorrow for whatever reason, I'm done.
Yeah. So, and then we have friends on the other side of this who are divorced and dating and living their best fucking lives. Yeah. And they're like, why did I ever get married? I don't have to ask to go do this or that. I don't need permission. I mean, there's two sides to everything. And I will say once you've been in it, you will have a better understanding. Yes. And I hope that it works out, but the odds are the fucking odds for a reason. Yeah. Like, if it was 50-50, I'd be very surprised. I think the divorce rate's fucking probably higher, on the scale of who stays together for this day and age. Sure. This day and age, there's so many ways to meet people, whereas 70 years ago, you had your person. Yeah, and you met in high school. Yeah, and that, and fucking 12 people were in your town. Like, you got lucky. Yeah, I think I remember hearing a stand-up comedian that was talking about comparing marriage to skydiving. And he said the divorce rate's 50%. If skydiving, you had a 50% chance of dying, you're not going. No one would go skydiving. No. So, and here's the thing, too, is everybody thinks, well, I'm the exception. Yeah. You're not. You're not. You're not unique. You're not special. You're just... Yeah, you're not the Powerball, you're the exception. Yeah. You're not like everyone else, but you're like a lot of other people that you might not know. Yeah, you're like a bunch of motherfuckers, I promise. Yeah. With that being said, make your own fucking choices. Yeah. But I'm happily married. Jack's happily married. Yeah. It's fucking work. It is not fucking easy. And at the end of the day, you're in charge of your own fucking happiness. Mm-hmm. So if you're a miserable fuck, you're going to be miserable. So be happy. Yeah. Whatever you choose is what you fucking choose, but we told you not to do it. Yeah, you've been warned. We don't want no fucking hate mail. And ladies, this goes for you too. This isn't just about men. Yeah, well, this is just the men's perspective on this. This is our perspective on life, man, and how we see it and people we know and how things go, man, and whatever makes you happy, but have that conversation up front. Because some girls or guys will leave you after a certain amount of time because they're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Yeah. So you figure out your own shit. It's your fucking problem. Yeah, exactly. I got my own shit to deal with. Exactly. All right, man. What do you think? We divorce this one? I think we file for separation. All right, man. Well,
shit.
I've been Jarrett.
I've been Jack.
And this is Shattered Wisdom Podcast, and you motherfuckers are welcome.